Clouds passing high over the 10th Avenue. And with pregame.
Kevin, good evening. Karl Anthony Towns is certainly the franchise.
Knows it very well, D.A. Thank you so much. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. And for Minnesota, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Russell is out there with Malik Beasley. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. Now here's Paul. And Adams now top of the key. Back to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target with his 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs. Comes up empty down low. A couple years ago, after making all-rookie second team, we knew Gilgeous-Alexander was good. But, Greg, last season he went from good to great.
I mean, how about almost doubling his scoring average? Became a tremendous rebounder out of the backcourt. He gives you assists and picks up steals as well. Once he gains more strength, this guy could be a perennial all-star.
They get it back, and the rejection by Towns.
Great timing on the block there. Towns helps affect winning in a lot of different ways.
And that one, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is Gallinari. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. The edge stolen by Hernan Gomez. Here's Okogie. Feeds it to Towns. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Thunder have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Up top, Adams. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
And Josh Okogie, a rugged wing defender out of Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and he takes an awful lot of pride in that aspect of his game, Greg. He wants to lock people up. Always active with his hands around the ball.
Here's Dort. Back to Paul. Gallinari in the corner. Out left to the wing. Paul outside. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And the rejection by Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there. Just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
Gallinari outside. And Adams now top of the key. Paul for 3. Doesn't go that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Okogie. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Yeah, you know, this is just too easy for Okogie. I mean, the defense cannot afford to let him get deep, established positioning.
Now here's Paul. Pulls up, high post. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. James Johnson's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for Beasley. Towns up top. And the pass to Culver. He feeds it to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now here's Schroeder. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Noel kicks it over to Schroeder. It's Noel atop the key. Schroeder passes to Muscala. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Jacks up a 3. Muscala misses. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 10-1 run right now. Kicks it out to Johnson. Outside, Russell fires the 3. And it's Noel with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 9. 1:05 left to play here in the first.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Diallo, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on both. Minnesota with the ball. 59 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Reed. Johnson in the corner. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Thunder trailing by 8. And Noel kicks to Diallo. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Well, there's nothing like being unselfish as a player, and Noel was outstanding in that regard. Reading the entire floor and finding his guys for high percentage shots.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella, guys. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
And so the first quarter is in the books. Well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some...
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but...
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Ferguson out there with Muscala. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Noel. And it's Diallo in at the shooting guard position.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Pass to Johnson. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. That one doesn't drop. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Here's Schroeder. And Culver pulls it down. Timberwolves leading by 6. Pass to Reed. The dish now to Johnson. And the shot goes down. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Now, here's Culver. He's guarded by Schroeder and stolen by Noel. One-on-one fast break. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Good presence of mind there by Noel. He can feel what's happening around him, sensing the wide open man and then getting that pass over to him quick.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Out to the wing. Back to Lehman. Pass to Culver. Johnson for 3. That One's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. It's Noel, high post. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Schroeder.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Noel passes to Reed. Over Noel. Goes back up. And the rejection by Noel.
Terrific timing by Noel, utilizing his vertical and hands extremely well in terms of how he blocks shots.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
On the wing, Johnson. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Oklahoma City moving it around. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Here's Russell. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Here's Dort. Beasley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul with the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Down low to stop the drought. No good from Hernan Gomez. And Adams has got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. To the wing on the left. Gallinari right side. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Adams. And it's all evened up.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Russell against Paul. Outside Russell. The pass to Okogie. To the left wing. Here's Hernan Gomez. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Tie game in Minnesota. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
For the Timberwolves, Kenny, how'd you see it?
Well, if you compare the assist numbers, you can see. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Timberwolves shooting around 40% from the floor here. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Russell is out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Okogie in at the 3 slot.
You know, not really an explosive athlete, but Russell has a bag of tricks. He's crafty, he's slick. The up fake, getting the defender to overcommit there.
Greg, we see defenses continually adjusting. Analytics favoring threes and dunks. Which teams do you think are toughest to score on at the rim?
You know, it's funny that you think defense in today's era, but if you look at the 2 teams that were the best in their respective conferences last season, they're the 2 teams I think protect the rim the best. Milwaukee with Giannis and the Lopez crew, and then obviously AD and LA with the Lakers. Those teams have the versatility on their front line to be able to defend the 3 and also protect the rim.
I think you've nailed it.
Towns is a handful in deep. I mean, you look at his size, his height, and his length. Combine that with his strength, hard to guard.
Paul for 3. Kept alive. Minnesota in the lead. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Gallinari.
Boy, savvy play that time from Okogie. Drew the foul and still managed to get the shot free.
Both good from the line that time. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. To the inside. Dort lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Okogie. He's got 6. Back to Beasley. 5 on the clock. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in, and Lehman subbed in for Josh Okogie. I'm glad we got to see the mobile 1 block once more. What a play.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And Towns throws it down.
Nice heads-up play that time from Culver. Excellent awareness.
And the Timberwolves have made it clear Karl Anthony Towns is their franchise player. He's the guy they're building around.
Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Noel dishes to Schroeder. And that one is good. Schroeder's got 8 points.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Pass to Culver. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And Towns gets it to go. He's got 10.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
To the paint. Schroeder kicks to Noel. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Adams has got it all tied up now for the Thunder.
And this is what the D gets. Not boxing out Adams is a great way to get dunked on.
Schroeder outside. Inside. And Noel with the basket on the assist by Schroeder. And the Thunder lead by 2. And we've heard Towns for years pronouncing his happiness with the Timberwolves. Last season, Greg, as the losses piled up, some rumors that he was getting frustrated.
Well, we've seen this pattern with the Timberwolves before, right? Kevin Garnett, Kevin Love, all-star big men who ended up leaving the Twin Cities to win titles.
That is remarkable athleticism by Noel, really putting on a show with his fancy dunking abilities.
Mike Muscala is checked in for Oklahoma City. Diallo comes in for Terrence Ferguson. No good from Beasley. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 13-4 run right now. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, as young as Malik Beasley is, it's really been impressive to see how quickly he's adapted to the pro game. For some guys, it's a struggle, but I think he found his footing fairly easy.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Hall's checked in.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Russell against Paul.
And, you know, we talk a lot about Paul as a leader on and off the court. Was elected president of the Players Association back in 2013, re-elected for a 4-year term in 2017. People simply trust his point of view.
Okogie's checked in for Beasley. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Gallinari. Towns, high post. 10 points for him. It's hauled in by Diallo.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
Russell passes to Towns. Outside, Russell. 11 seconds left to play here in the third. It's stolen by Muscala. Here's Diallo. Doesn't go for him. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Steven Adams is out there with Noel. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's George in at the small forward position.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Boy, that's a great job by Okogie to get out in front and finish off the break.
Al Paul inside. Kicks to Noel. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Here's Okogie. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Oklahoma City leading by 7. Noel trying to break loose. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist by Adams.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. They're really looking strong here. Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
To the middle. It's stolen by Johnson. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Trips down the breakaway slam.
Outstanding vision from Karl Anthony Towns. Not only is he willing to give it up, but he's ready to find his teammates when they're open.
And here is Paul. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Towns with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break.
The steal, then right into the fast break. Towns with excellent awareness for his age. Very mature player, despite being a young buck.
Noel in the corner. Back to Paul. Adams, the pass to Dort. There's the triple. Adams controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Thunder lead by 5.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Towns, and the layup's good off the glass.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Towns? Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Dort. And here is Noel, defended by Towns. Just 5 to shoot. A shot by Paul, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the 4th quarter on a roll. Okogie misses. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Here's Noel. The shot's good from Paul. And that's now 7 points for Chris Paul.
A big bucket at a critical time. Chris Paul not going to leave it up to anybody else. He wanted that shot.
Russell passes to Okogie. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Okogie's got 10 points here in the second half.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Out to the right wing. Oklahoma City moving it around. Down low. And Torch gets it to go.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
Here's Johnson. And Adams and sends it back. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money. This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Hernan Gomez in the corner. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Back to Adams. No good that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Here's Paul. It's good.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Offensive rebound. Towns. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the best. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanhanks very much.
They're such a great reflection of their coach. Thanks, D.A. And now Washington starting group. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3. Lob pass to Bryant. Outside for Beal. Throws it up high. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Dort. Rebound, Washington.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Hachimura, the pass to Beal. The shot misses.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. Following the bucket by the Wizards. And the wide-open shot from Paul. It's good on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Beal. And so just over a minute and a half played. Bonga, the pass to Hachimura. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now here's Paul to the inside. It's stolen by Wall. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. He lobs it up. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Well, this is big-time wingspan and solid leaping ability. Hachimura, boy, what an option as an alley-oop target.
Paul looking over the floor from about 19 feet. And it's Adams on the follow.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Wall against Paul. And Adams sends it back.
Length and strength and intimidation. Steven Adams sends it back.
Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. Brownie's checked in for Washington. Bryant with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Wall. Bryant trying to free himself up. They get it back. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Here's Paul. Adams in the high post. Gallinari in the corner. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. To the paint. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Gallinari. Kicks it out to Paul. Shot clock at 5. And the foul on Rui Hachimura. That's his first foul for the Thunder. Noel's checked in for Adams. Mike Muscala comes in for Gallinari. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Rahimi's checked in for Bryant. Davis Bertans comes in for Rui Hachimura. Payton's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Smith subbed in for John Wall. Gilgeous-Alexander against Payton. Here's Pertinis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Wizards shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Diallo, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Here's Diallo. Ferguson, they get it again. For Washington, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Smith, no luck. And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Thunder.
And once Schroeder was asked to name his favorite NBA city, I believe it surprised a lot of fans when he said Milwaukee.
That's right, Greg, but he cited the strong German culture there. Schroeder, of course, went straight from Germany to the NBA. He relied on his athleticism early on, but now he's seeing the game much better, plays under control, can lead the team. He has had a tremendous amount of growth.
Here's Schroeder after the basket by Washington. From 11 feet away. Great positioning on the putback.
Don't you love how Noel just sticks with it, never gives up on the possession, working really hard for his guys.
There's the pass to Brown. Here's Mahimi. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. It's Schroeder with the drive. Banked in off the glass.
This is Schroeder at his best, putting that blinding speed to great advantage.
Smith surveying the D over Muscala. And it's Smith missing.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's Schroeder. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Oklahoma City out in front. And if you're wondering whether players watch the standings,
One thing we have to do is stop comparing ourselves.
you know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Wizards. They've got Peyton. Travis Berton's out there with Troy Brown. Then there's Mo Wagner. And it's Smith in at the point guard position. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Dort's checked in. And a change for the Wizards. Bonga's checked in. Now Schroeder. High post shot. With the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Noel's got the lead up to 9 now for the Thunder. So it's the Wizards now. Here's Wagner. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, we know Mo Wagner is a sweet shooting big, but right there he says, you know, I can get off my feet too.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Only one man back on D. The pass to Bonga. Pass to Wagner. Count that one. Wagner's got 4 this quarter.
Excellent concentration by Mo Wagner, and boy, what touch from the big man.
Schroeder outside. Pass to Dort. Back to Schroeder. Here's Dort. Oklahoma City moving it around. The 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Brown. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Mahimi. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
I'll tell you, if you leave a guy open, John Wall is going to put it on time and on target. And sometimes the defense is not going to look good as a result.
Paul outside. Goes up on the high post. It's good. Paul's got his second bucket of the game to go. Wizards trail by 6. Here's Wall. And Wall with the slam.
Yeah, this is one of the top athletes in the league. Wall showing his lateral and vertical mobility.
Paul outside. Over Wall. Here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
So many NBA players will tell you Steven Adams is the strongest guy in the league, and he gets after it off the glass.
And becoming more of a playmaker. Doris, I think that's where Adams made the most in terms of improvement last season.
The numbers would back that up, Greg, because he practically doubled his assist rate. The Thunder actually ran their offense through him a little bit more often, and the team shared the ball more as a whole. For Brad Stevens, he said OKC was one of his favorite teams to watch last season, and there were many people who felt the same way.
Passes it to Hachimura. Inside, and it's Mahimi finishing it off.
Well, you can see the eagerness to contribute from Rui Hachimura. Finds the open man, willing to facilitate.
Paul against Bryant. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Here's Hachimura. Back to Bryant. The pass to Hachimura. He kicks it to Mahimi. Outside, Wall. The dish to Bryant. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Schroeder. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Schroeder's got 9.
With repetition, you can see the court awareness of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander developing. This guy is going to be a problem as a passer.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And so it's the Oklahoma City.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. The period came to a close with them. And that'll do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Bonga. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Over to the left wing. Back to Paul. The tray. But they get it back. Tries again. Up again. And it's Adams on the foul-off. He's got 10.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Wall passes to Bryant. The kick out to Wall. Takes a 3. Gallinari with the rebound.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
The shot's good.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Wall, and the slam dunk by Wall.
That just comes off so aggressively. Wall so hard to guard.
Oklahoma City leading by 10. Ball outside. And it's sent back by Bryant. They retain possession. And it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got 4 points now in the quarter. Bonga, the pass to Beal. Pass to Bonga. To the left side wing. Here's Hachimura. And finish off by Bryant.
Well, Thomas Bryant has the kind of length to get well above the rim. Nicely done. Great target on an alley-oop.
And Doris, don't forget a consensus All-American in his final year of college. Hachimura scoring almost 20 points a game.
Yes, Greg. He helped the Gonzaga Bulldogs to 37 wins in each of his last 2 years, and obviously played in some big-time games. Was asked to step up in key moments, and he delivered.
To the middle, and the slam dunk by Wall.
How many point guards can do that? Wall on the receiving end that time.
Paul for three. Paul missing again.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And finished off by Beal.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
There's 1:54 left in the third quarter. Over to the left wing. Fires the three. Dort misses. Wizards trail by 8. There's the lob to the hoop. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Effective at scoring the basketball. Hachimura understands his role offensively and plays it well.
Paul with the three. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 4 rebounds in this game.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Bonga, the pass to Beal. Sweet move. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
This guy is not afraid to get physical. Thomas Bryant doing everything he can to fight to get the shot off.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there.
And Doris, when you just look at the numbers the last 2 seasons, Gallinari has been playing like an all-star.
Now, Greg, you were talking about 20 points per game, 6 rebounds, a couple of assists, and he began to shoot a higher volume of threes, which obviously sometimes leads to a little bit less efficiency. But not for Gallinari. He's actually improved his accuracy from the three-point line.
The Thunder have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Mo Wagner's checked in for the Wizards.
And you know, guys, listen, Noel brings value. The reason he's a menace on the defensive end and an absolute warrior on the glass.
He doesn't get the second one. Wizards trail by 6. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Here's Schroeder. He's got 10. And here's Diallo. And Noel kicks it over to Schroeder. We've got 33 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9. Smith inside. He's guarded by Schroeder. Schroeder against Smith. Over in the corner, Bertans. Teardrop shot. Got a piece of it. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Noel. Schroeder surveying the floor. No good. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. The Thunder leading by 6. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Payton is out there with Ish Smith. Then there's Mo Wagner. Then there's Brown, and it's Bertsinus in at the 4. Here's Payton. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Ferguson, the pass to Noel. Count that bucket.
And honestly, you hope for more of this from Nerlens Noel moving forward. This guy must develop his interior game.
Smith. And they pick up 2.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Down low. And that one's good. Schroeder.
This guy not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
Bertans finds Payton, and he lobs it up toward the rim. And stolen by Noel. Diallo with it. Now Payton defending. The offensive rebound. Can't get it to fall. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for the Thunder. And a switcher also for Washington. Beal's checked in for Gary Payton. Smith right side.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Schroeder passes to Ferguson and stolen by Wagner. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. And finished off by Beal.
Well, the speed and athleticism of Bradley Beal on display, streaking out for the early offense.
And he makes that one. And the Thunder lead by 4.
How about these big shots for him in the 4th? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball.
Well, the tremendous length at the guard spot that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander presents is a problem for a lot of defensive players.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Washington. Bryant looking over the floor. He dishes it to Wall. Passes to Bonga. Beal from long range. Bryant, the tip in on the offensive rebound.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
The Thunder leading by 4. Paul outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. A baseline J. That's good from Paul on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, Paul can be consistent from that part of the floor. Defenses should know you can't allow his mid-range game to start cooking.
Paul outside. Lets the 3 fly.
Now, believe it or not, defense might be John Wall's strong suit. When he's locked in, he can be stifling.
5 to shoot. Paul for 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And now a 9-point Thunder lead.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams. The 3. Can't hit that one.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3 ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Beal drives in. The rejection by Paul. Over Beal. And there's another one for the Thunder.
Well, Chris Paul, when he feels like he can get his jumper going, he's going to it. There's such confidence in that shot.
Here's Bonga. That's tipped.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Paul for 3. Traps in the tray. Paul's got the lead up to 14 now for the Thunder.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Oklahoma City.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Steven Adams.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Bryant kicks to Beal. Adams outside. Ball right side. Lets it go from deep. Oklahoma City gets it back.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doors. And with...
Hey, Kevin.
He sure does. Fantastic, David. Thank you. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Beasley is out there with Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Okogie in at the small forward. And for Washington, Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Okogie. Beasley for 3. Great D that time from Beal. And so it's Bonga who brings up the ball for the Wizards. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
And the awareness of Wall, a guy you can count on to find the open man.
Passes it to Okogie. He feeds it to Towns. Beasley with a clean look. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. A drive by Beal. And finished off by Beal.
Gotta respect the speed of Beal. Outstanding when he penetrates inside.
And we so often talk about the elite scoring, but Beal's playmaking is now reaching that same level.
Yeah, it just shows you how talented and unselfish he is. All he wants to do is win. I mean, that talent requires help from your teammates. So he uses his vision and instincts and ability to keep them involved.
The kick out to Bryant. Pass to Hachimura. Wizards passing it around. Over to the wing. Wall wide open. No good on the 3. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Beasley right side. Over Beal. Towns. And it's Towns on the follow.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Oh, he's going up for the end. That's a great dunk.
Freakish athletically.
Wow.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And, Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. The putback, and it's Towns on the follow.
No, the long arms, the positioning. Towns is excellent at knowing how to gobble up those second chance opportunities.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. Out to Russell. The 3 ball. They grab their own miss. Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Now, here's Wall. To the paint. And so Washington again turning it over. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Here's Layman. Shots good by Noel. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. There's the pass to Mahinmi. Picked off in midair. To the inside. Culver. And then Culver with the dunk.
How about the force there from Culver, making sure to finish with power, leaving no doubt with that finish.
Now here is Smith. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Timberwolves leading by 4. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
And the dunk by Payton.
Well, This is what Smith does best, keeping his eyes moving to set up the open man.
The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. Johnson for 3. Rebound, Washington. Smith drives in. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Mo Wagner's checked in for Washington. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession. Smith scanning the floor. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Wizards have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. And so he hits the technical free throw. So it's the Wizards now. Now Bertans. Payton kicks to Bertans. Just 5 on the clock. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
I remember when you get in trouble for shooting the 3 as a big man. Now teams want their bigs operating outside the 3-point line.
On the wing, Johnson. Shot to stop the run. And the last-second attempt does not go in for him.
Well, just the kind of defense they're looking for to get from Wagner. Aggressive, energetic.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. And recently, D'Angelo Russell, Greg, told us about some off-season work he put in.
Man, I picked a lot of people's brains, you know.
Greg doing what he can do to reach that immense potential.
You know, the talent is there. There's never been a question about that, but you also have to be reliable and accountable, both to yourself and to your team. Sounds like that's becoming his focus.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit the coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
They've got Smith. Troy Brown is out there with Davis Bertans. Then there's Payton. And it's Wagner in at the 5. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Washington leading now by 9. And the dunk by Brown.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Now, here's Culver. Pass to Layman. Timberwolves passing it around. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Bonga's checked in, and Beal subbed in for Payton. Beal can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 9. Here's a Kogi, and that one is stuffed right through.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, G.A., right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Here's Bertans, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. It's stolen. A finish. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
For the Wizards, Mahimi's checked in for Mo Wagner. Hachimura comes in for Davis Bertans. And John Wall subbed in for Ish Smith. And it's Mahimi finishing it off.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for the Washington Wizards. They've led by as many as 11 points. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 9-point Wizards lead.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And it's Towns missing. Wizards have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Here's Bunga. The shot from the low post is good. Bunga's got the lead up to 11 now for the Wizards.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense has created some great opportunities.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Bucket is good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's a Kogi. Feeds it to Towns. Passes it to Russell. It's Beasley on the wing. That three off the mark.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks. Even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Towns kicks to Hernan Gomez. From outside, off the mark. Wizards leading by 13. Here's Beal. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Out to Russell. Pass to Beasley. From past the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Beasley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Man, the decision-making of Russell, dependable at finding his teammates when they're on cover.
And finished off by Beal.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Now here's Beasley. And it's off from three-point range.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
Bounce pass, Russell. Fires from the line. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Washington with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. What a night they...
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you got...
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's a pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. 4 points was the most they trailed by. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. And that'll do it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Checking out the group now for Ryan Saunders to start the second half. Johnson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Culver, and there's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3 slot. Bryant uses the glass to finish the layup. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
And we know GA's shooting is a question mark for Jarrett Culver.
A long windup, a little hitch in his giddy up, and shoots it kind of on the way down. He's reworked his motion I like the high release, but it's still a work in progress.
And Washington making a change here. Brown's checked in.
On some contact here, but Russell is not intimidated. Comes through it to finish strong.
Wall passes to Brown. And it's Hachimura in the corner. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. For the Wizards, Mo Wagner comes in for Rui Hachimura. And Gary Payton has subbed in for Bradley Beal. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Back to Russell. Hernan Gomez with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. Payton kicks to Wall. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
But you have to credit Russell for taking stock of his career, fixing some of the early issues, and now playing at an all-star level.
The Timberwolves have missed both of their free throws tonight, 0 for 2 so far. And he makes the first. So for the Wizards, Davis Bertans checks in for Bryant. And it's Ish Smith in for John Wall. And then for Minnesota, Reed's checked in, and Jake Layman subbed in for Juan Hernan Gomez. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love
it. Here's Reed. Lays it up off the glass.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Wizards leading by 12 on the wing Brown. Here's the 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 3 assists in the game.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at
3. Here's Reed. He's defended by Wagner. Reed misses. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Brown, good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Timberwolves trail by 17. It's Russell with the drive. Good on the shot. Russell's got 6.
Oh, man, look at that. Using his speed and athleticism to perfection. Russell, love it when he attacks the basket.
Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Brown wide open. He fires. And the 3 off target. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Yes, that goes in. Noel's got his second basket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here's Brown outside. Rebound Minnesota. 1:35 left in the third quarter of the game. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Russell. Russell against Smith. Throws it up high. Timberwolves trail by 11. Russell passes to Reed. Back to Russell. An easy 2 points on the layup. He's got 10.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
It would be a shame to make all this progress and let them off the hook. You got to keep the pressure on.
Now the Timberwolves with it. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, that's the one area where they've had an edge, but they've been outworked in too many other aspects of this game.
The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And again, Washington, no good.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Reed the pass to Layman from downtown. Rebound, Washington. 17 points was their biggest margin. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And he's good on the second. To the wing on the left. Hernan Gomez passes to Towns. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't.
And so it's Washington with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Right back after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. And it's Bunga in at the 3. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. And Beal kicks to Bryant. And the call. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Ryan Saunders' huddle. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Nice ball movement by Washington. The shot by Beal, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Towns, wide open. Another miss by Towns. The shot by Beal, no good. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Wall kicks to Bryant. Outside Beal. To the middle. Here's Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Oh, man, his passing has evolved over the course of Bill's career. I mean, he's a solid distributor. Now, you expect him to make those type of plays all game.
Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Bunga, the pass to Hachimura. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 8 now on the night. There's the lob to the hoop. Beasley finds Johnson. Right side Towns. It's stolen by Bryant. And now Beal pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Beal is so dangerous in the open floor. He can burn you with speed and shooting in pretty much every way.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. The Wizards have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
I love seeing Bill come alive in moments like this. When his team needs him, he steps up to the plate.
Now the pass to Towns. Russell with a wide open look. Buries it from 3-point range. Russell's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
A prolific scorer like Russell is such a gift in these situations. High stakes for sure.
And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. is Smith. He's checked in for John Wall. And a change for the Timberwolves. Okogie's checked in for Johnson. Ryan against Towns. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the fourth. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And the technical free throw is good.
As confident as he gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball game.
Here's Smith. Out left to the wing. Hachimura, the pass to Bryant. Outside for Beal. 4 on the clock. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Smith, and the rejection by Towns.
That's an unforced error that will drive a coach crazy. You got to play heads up out there.
Minnesota's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it out to Beasley. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. Wizards have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. To the left wing. Longa, the pass to Hachimura. And again, Washington, no good.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, under the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
Yeah, he's not afraid to step up in a big spot. Hachimura, I like to see him up his intensity and deliver.
Here's Towns, and it's sent back by Bryant. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. He kicks to Bryant. Just 5 to shoot. Wall dishes to Bryant. Oh, wow. Unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. And the Timberwolves call time here. They're trailing by 2. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And they actually could take a 3 here and go for the win if they want to. I think they'll try and send it to overtime. The defenders don't want to foul in this situation, so you should be able to get a good look inside.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining. The Thunder, no doubt, one of the NBA's best-dressed squads. Coming down the tunnel earlier tonight. They want to carry that sharp look onto the floor in front of their home crowd. From the plains of Oklahoma, now it's sent it down to David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Thank you, D.A. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. We've got Malik Beasley. He's out there with Russell. And it's Towns in at the 5, home in the paint. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the small forward position.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Beasley. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Beasley's got the opening basket of the game for Minnesota. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5, because listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Right wing. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Gilgeous-Alexander up there, so dynamic as a finisher.
Beasley outside. That shot off. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And a former high-level recruit, Dort went undrafted, but it didn't take him long to make an NBA team and contribute.
Yeah, he played around 20 minutes a game last year for OKC. And he just really prided himself on bringing toughness and defense on a nightly basis. Trust me, there's plenty of other guys on that roster who can do the scoring job. So he settled in nicely and continues to work on being more consistent offensively.
Towns, no luck. The Thunder have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Gallinari outside. Passes to Dort. Back to Gallinari. Beasley with the steal. Here's a Kogi. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
It's his first trip to the line. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Paul. From the arc. And Karl-Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Johnson, he's checked in for Juan Hernangomez. Paul outside. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Said it time and time again, Chris Paul in the mid-range is pretty much half the time going to be good.
And then Karl-Anthony Towns with the jam.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Paul outside. Over Russell. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Love seeing CP3 shoot from there. He just owns that area of the floor. One of the best jumpers in the history of the game.
Towns, good, and the assist goes to Russell. Towns has got his second basket of the game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Paul, right side. Ring shot on the way. Paul missing again.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Adams. Mike Muscala comes in for Gallinari. Diallo, he's checked in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. Pass to Noel. Shot clock at 6. Back to Schroeder. Lets it go from 11. It's deflected.
And great positioning there from Culver. That's what allowed him to get the block.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Noel's checked in. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
And there's the pass to Reed. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Johnson surveying the floor. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Reed gets the bucket.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here is Muscala. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
With Schroeder, it's all about speed. He just changes direction and shifts into another gear, Kevin. That's where his advantage lies.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game. Schroeder hits them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Culver. Off on the layup. And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific. When it comes to the art of providing leadership, CP3.
The guys on the team already tell me.
Well said. He does a great job of keeping everyone involved and on the same page.
And Kevin, he practices what he preaches. He plays the right way and motivates his teammates to do the same.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
They've got Muscala, Diallo out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Noel. And it's Dort in at the 3. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Here's Beasley. It's hauled in by Diallo.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Noel. Schroeder's got 5 points in the quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Towns trying to get open, and yes, it's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint. And remember, an early part of the process in Philadelphia, it's taken Noel a little time to define his role in the league.
The length and athleticism is just something that you can't teach, and that keeps people intrigued about Nerlens Noel. His skill set continues to be a work in progress, but there's been some signs of a turn for Noel now.
Dort passes to Schroeder. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Schroeder's got 11 points for Minnesota. They've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Pass to Towns. Over Noel. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Well, Thunder have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Okogie, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Finished off the break. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And stolen by Russell. Beasley, the pass to Russell. Back to Beasley. Puts up a 3. Nailed from three-point land. And it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
More and more as a reliable spot-up shooter. Beasley with the feet set knocks it in.
Schroeder kicks to Muscala. Back to Schroeder. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Towns with it. Noel on him, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. The free throw drops for Towns. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Timberwolves leading by 7. 1:21 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Noel. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Reed got a hand on it.
Nice job, SGA, coming in and using that long, athletic wingspan.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. The high post shot. Adams. It's good on the putback.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Johnson outside. 43 seconds left here in the second. Passes it to Reed. Back to Johnson. Clock at 4. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, the strength of Johnson, they're hard to contain, adept at scoring despite getting bodied up.
Paul outside. Shoots over Culver. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Paul's got 6 points. Timberwolves leading by 5. Pass to Layman. Down low. And Adams sends it back.
And Steven Adams just throwing that one out of the way.
Paul passes to Adams. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Adams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been... Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. It was all about Minnesota as the game got going. And in Kentucky, Coach Calipari famously for... And that'll do it for...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Russell is out there with Beasley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4-man position.
Russell in complete control that time. To score off of that drive, that's a skill you have to have as a combo guard in this league.
Paul against Russell. Back to Paul. And the rejection by Towns. And now the Timberwolves on the break.
Well, the find from the off guard Beasley there, would like to see more of that. Malik working the ball around.
And last season, Karl Anthony Towns shooting over 40% from three-point range with over 8 attempts a game. I mean, Greg, he is in the conversation, don't you think, for best three-point shooting center of all time?
It's amazing, Kevin. His volume of threes is unprecedented for the center position. And it's not just standstill. Catch and shoot triples. He's hitting step backs. He could have that title when it's all said and done.
Here's Paul. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Paul's got 8 points. Beasley right side. Thunder with the rebound.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Paul. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Minnesota making some changes. Reed's checked in, and Jake Layman subbed in for Josh Okogie. Muscala makes it off the glass.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Culver passes to Russell. Kicks to Towns. And it's Layman in the corner. Outside Russell. Over Muscala. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Schroeder surveying the floor. To the paint. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
No layups right there for SGA. Up to the rim.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's Layman. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Culver passes to Reed. Three-pointer. Culver's shot is off.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Inside. Russell with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. And Culver gets it to go on the assist by Russell. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one. And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Thunder. Down low. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Muscala. Schroeder, left side, to the paint. It's picked off. And now Minnesota on the fast break. There's the pass to Culver. And stolen by Diallo. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And no good that time. Towns with the defensive effort. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his first foul. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Noel passes to Culver. Out to the wing.
I see him.
Here's Layman. Now Culver. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Diallo with it. Johnson on him. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Diallo.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Layman. Pass to Reed. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Johnson, the pass to Reed. Powered down with both hands.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Here's Schroeder. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And what makes Culver difficult to defend, it starts with the footwork and then the change of pace, and you give him that ability to just rise up and shoot over you.
So both teams changing it up here. Second free throw, no good. And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll take a quick... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Ferguson, and it's George in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Russell, he's checked in for Minnesota. Ferguson for 3. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. They get it back. Thunder trailing by 8. Paul left side. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Unselfish play of Chris Paul there. Has a knack for knowing when to get his guys when they're wide open.
Towns, the pass to Russell, and the slam dunk by Russell.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
And Gallinari kicks to Paul. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 8. For the finish, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And you can see Beasley's athleticism as he's out in the open court getting it done.
Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Passes it to George. Over to the left wing. Paul outside. 3-pointer. Drills it from outside.
Well, the way Paul measures up those deep shots when he has time, accuracy.
Rebound, Minnesota. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Towns. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Out left to the wing. Ferguson, the pass to Adams. Pass to Ferguson. Paul outside. Shoots from 8. And off the glass. That one's good.
Still the traditional play of Chris Paul as the point guard, that pass-first DNA. Amazing what he's done when you think back through his entire career.
And it's sent back by Russell. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
And it's Gallinari missing. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 9-point game. Ferguson's shot is good. Ferguson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Ferguson showing off a little bit of maybe that strength that we so often talk about he needs to put on.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're leading by 7. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Ryan Saunders' huddle. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Layman gets the bucket.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And the pass to Adams. Back to Paul. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Nice job catch and shoot there. Chris Paul making it look simple and caught the defense a little bit out of position.
And that's a foul called on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. .51 seconds left in the fourth. On Gomez down low. Gallinari on him. There's the lob to Towns. And Adams sends it back.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And he's going up for the alley-oop and the dunk by Towns.
And look at the explosion from the big fella. Towns' game oozes athleticism.
Towns against Paul. Fires from 14. Herman Gomez grabs the miss.
Under foul. Steven Adams. That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Minnesota.
First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker.
and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel it. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. And for the Wizards, Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward.
Such a smoothness and ease to the way Shai Gilgeous-Alexander plays. What a pretty drive. Makes it look easy.
Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Beal. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
What I love about Bradley Beal is he is an effective, efficient scorer. He always takes quality shots.
Paul with the ball. We're about 1 minute into the first. Fires top of the key. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
Outside, Beal. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, this guy has become better and better at recognizing when to take it strong inside. Bradley Beal's athleticism makes him a tough cover.
And how about this, Doris? For all of his offensive accomplishments, Beal has said he wants to make the all-defensive first team at some point.
Well, he has the instincts, the athleticism, and the tenacity to do exactly that, Greg. The problem is he has had to expend so much energy at the offensive end. But what you love is he's willing to take on difficult challenges. That should help him qualify.
Here's Paul following the bucket by the Wizards. And now Beal pushing it up and no one back to stop him. And finished off by Beal.
Hey, you've got to credit the defense of Bradley Beal. Breaks it up defensively, gets out in transition. Nice.
Here's Paul. 14 feet away, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
From 13, the putback rebounded by the Wizards. And here we go. Washington fast break. Bryant's running. Shoots over Adams. Here's Beal. And Adams sends it back.
Length and strength and intimidation. Steven Adams sends it back.
Gallinari attacking. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
It's stolen by Bertans. Noel dishes to Gallinari, and the rejection by Mahimi.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahimi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
Bertans can't get it to go. Here's Schroeder, and he uses the glass on the layup. Wizards trail by 4. Smith inside. Mahimi finds Brown. Back to Mahimi. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
There's Gallinari with the 3. The shot, no good. Now Washington takes it the other way. And then Brown with the dunk.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Now, here's Schroeder. to the middle. Here's Muscala. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
Smith drives in. He's looking for Mahinmi and finds him.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Schroeder. Got it. Good job in the low post.
This guy not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
To the inside and stolen by Noel. Schroeder right side. Ferguson kicks it over to Schroeder. Oklahoma City the rebound. Lobbed up there for Schroeder. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Thunder out in front, up 2. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder guys.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Washington, we've got Davis Bertans. Smith is out there with Payton. Then there's Mo Wagner. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot.
Well, Bradley Beal increasingly becoming a dangerous playmaker. What a pretty pass.
Now here's Schroeder, guarded close. Some solid defense from Brown.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
A smooth athlete with that near 7-foot wingspan. Brown has the positional versatility that every team craves.
And Greg, it's not just the physical attributes. Brown is smart. He's highly skilled. He played point guard in high school, so you know you can run the offense through him. He's got great handle, great instinct, so much to like. Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup, nicely done.
Knocked away and taken away by Brown. The drive by Beal and finished off by Beal.
Well, difficult choice for the defense, right? If you sag off, he drains the jumper. In this instance, you give him a step and he finishes with a big-time drive.
The pass to Muscala. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That is his first foul of the game. Ball with the steal. In transition, here come the Wizards. And the dunk by Hachimura.
We knew this coming in about Rui Hachimura. This guy is very good running the floor and finishing in transition.
Ball against Wall. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. To end the run, and it's blocked. And here we go again. Wizards in transition. Up the court they go. He lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
Great concentration through the contact. Gilgeous-Alexander, excellent focus. Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
How fast off his feet is Gilgeous-Alexander. What a dunk.
And Wall kicks to Beal. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Steven Adams picks one up. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Peyton, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Poked away. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal.
This guy's such an attentive defender. Great anticipation by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Wizards have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. All with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Wall passes to Bryant. Now Hachimura. Mahimi kicks to Hachimura. Just 4 to shoot. Knocked loose, and there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, what a terrible foul there. The shot clock winding down, and he ends up bailing out the offense with a silly foul.
Wizards making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Diallo, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Bryant's shot is good. Bryant's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
Well, there are times where the court vision gets questioned, but Rui Hachimura, the delivery, sets up his teammate. Really well done.
Tips it, and it's Gallinari on the follow.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Bryant with it. He's picked up by Paul. Bryant dishes to Peyton. Gilgeous-Alexander against Brown. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Paul. Here's Adams. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Washington shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
5 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Schroeder. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And some good action through the first. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome. Bradley Beal putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points and 1 steal. And that'll...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
This guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3.
Oh, you love it when Thomas Bryant tries to finish with power. Forget about try, he does it. What a pretty dunk.
It's good. Paul's got 8 points.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Bryant. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one.
I'll tell you, if you leave a guy open, John Wall is going to put it on time and on target. Sometimes the defense is not going to look good as a result.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Paul. Adams down low. He's against Hachimura. Adams' shot is good.
We are talking about a big-time offensive rebounder, and Steven Adams unafraid to impose his will with that frame.
Bryant can't get it to go.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Kicks it out to Paul. There's the three. Paul missing again. The Wizards with the lead. Here's Hachimura. It's hauled in by Adams.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play. Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
Now, this is about knowing where to be in these situations, and Gilgeous-Alexander doing a beautiful job getting to the right spot.
Pass to Bonga. Wizards passing it around. Outside for Beal. Shot clock at 5. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
You know, the amazing thing to me is as much as Bradley Beal has turned into a complete player for a guy who entered as simply a jump shooter, I think there's even another level he can get to.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And stolen by Wagner. Here's Smith. And he lays it straight in. Smith's got the game tied up here for the Wizards. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Schroeder against Smith. Nobody near Schroeder. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
And stolen by Wagner. Smith wide open. He fires. Off target from outside. The Thunder have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Diallo the pass to Muscala. He can't get that one.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity. Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
It's stolen by Smith. And here we go. Washington fast break.
Well, we know Wagner's going to find a way to get his points. It doesn't matter if he's in the half court or in that instance in transition.
Schroeder outside. 56 seconds left to play in the third. And that one drops. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Brown, good.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Schroeder against Smith. Now here's Schroeder. Not a lot of room. There's Noel. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
We're talking about a guy who's got incredible length. Nerlens Noel doing work on the glass.
Smith the pass to Bertens. On the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Back to Beal. It's tipped and stolen by Diallo. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Oh. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. We've got Wall. Mahimi is out there with Davis Bertans. Then it's Troy Brown. And it's Bonga in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Poke loose. Feeds the Wall. Pass to Bonga. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Gallinari with the steal. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Brown drives in. He feeds it to Mahimi. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Wow, that defense not prepared for that. Jan Mahimi flying to the rim for the catch and finish.
Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul. It'll go to the line. That one on Gallinari.
And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on.
So for the Wizards, Bryant comes in for Mahimi. And Rui Hachimura subbed in for Davis Bertans. Then for the Thunder, Dort's checked in, and Chris Paul's subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. The drive by Paul, and the layup falls. And the Thunder lead by 4.
There's an elusivity to Chris Paul's play. He's got the knack to get into the teeth of the defense and make something happen.
And it's Hachimura in the corner. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Ball left side. Tipped away. Pass to Dort. 4 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 15. Dort tips it back in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Wow, the ability to get off your feet in a hurry. Rui Hachimura with the dunk.
And Paul gets it to go in. Paul's got 4 this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
To the left wing. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Bradley Beal's checked in for Washington. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Now Paul. Adams trying to free himself up. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
We've heard the term master of the mid-range. To Chris Paul, it's apropos. Walk about composure. Thomas Bryant under duress, no problem.
And the foul on Rui Hachimura. That's his first foul. Noel's checked in for the Thunder. Paul surveying the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander attacking and in rhythm on the offensive end.
Wall finds Hachimura.
Rui Hachimura doesn't shy away from the pressure, and he delivers.
The Thunder leading by 4. Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's Noel. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Washington Wizards.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Stolen.
That's just sloppy. I mean, you can't lose control of the ball like that and let it get back across midcourt.
You know, I guess the only good thing about it is it didn't turn into a fast break the other way. Dead ball turnover.
And stolen by Noel. And here we go. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Bradley Beal picks one up.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander shows you he's not afraid to draw contact. Now gets to the free throw line.
Wizards trail by 9. And so Washington again turning it over. The Thunder shooting an offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. Here's Paul. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Hachimura. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder leading by 9. There's 57 seconds left in the game. That's a 2 from Paul. Onga pulls it in. On offense, here are the Wizards. Up past the wall. Down low. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
If you let Bradley Beal get cooking, you can turn the lights out. This guy is rolling right now.
Paul for 3. The putback. Rebound, Washington. Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
Thomas Bryant has the kind of length to get well above the rim. Nicely done. Great target on an alley-oop.
Paul can't get it to go. Here's Hachimura. Off target from three-point range. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
This guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, someone you can trust. An excellent free throw shooter, very willing to perform in the clutch, someone you love having.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well, all right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. And it's Bonga in at the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 spot. Now here's Beal. Hachimura the pass to Wall. Towns with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And he banks in the layup.
You see right there, Towns invites contact. Unafraid of it, looking for it, and he's able to score through it.
And you talk post up, face up, you name it. Karl Anthony Towns gets it done.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? He's really molded that versatility into his game. I mean, he can pass it, drive it, shoot. You remember, he won the skills challenge back in 2016. I mean, he's a 7-footer for sure, but he's got guard skills, too.
Here's Beal after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Over Beasley. No good off the back of the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And the basket by Okogie.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
Here's Bonga. To the middle. Here's Wall. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And how about John Wall? Just outstanding at sprinting down the floor and just jumping all over the defense.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
Bryant can't get it to go. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And the basket by Okogie.
Well, that is a very impressive, quick first step by Josh Okogie. Hard to defend that.
Beal against Beasley. Beal's shot is good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
To the wing on the left. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. It's Beasley on the wing. Offline with his 3.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And the shot goes in. Beal's got his second bucket. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
1:37 left to play in the first quarter. Tries to save it, and out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Some changes for Minnesota. James Johnson's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for Malik Beasley. Culver with it. Left side, Towns. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Noel's checked in. Gary Payton is checked in for the Wizards. Here's Smith after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. And the rejection by Towns. There's the lob to Towns. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And defensively, you've got to be on the lookout for this. I mean, Towns gets up in a hurry now.
Mahimi with it. Now guarded by Towns. Brown, good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And Towns throws it down.
So good to see young players have a feel for creating for others, and Culver flashes potential as a real playmaker.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Noel passes to Towns. Here's Lehman. Up again, and it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 13.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
There's the call on James Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in. And a change for the Wizards. Mo Wagner's checked in for Ian Mahinmi.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowds pleasing already.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. And then to catch and finish all in one motion. Stupendous.
An alley-oop like that, Greg, is so rare you just got to take a second and enjoy it.
And you know what, fellas? You got to really, really admire somebody with the confidence to even try a pass like that.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. First one falls for him.
I think this is one of the great strengths in Towns' game. Very reliable shooter from the foul line. Forces the defense not to be too anxious to send him to the stripe.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense.
Never found my place in the crowd, so I stay from the
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far in the Timberwolves?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Down out there with Davis Bertans. And it's Wall. Then there's Payton. And it's Wagner in at the 5 spot. He was all alone on that one. Russell's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
Boy, Russell loves to take and make these quick trigger shots. He plays with a nice rhythm and flow to his game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And that one misses. Timberwolves leading by 9. Beasley finds Hernan Gomez. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Russell. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Wall. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
For 3, Beasley. Timberwolves keep it alive. And it's Towns on the follow.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I guess Towns got a little bit of point guard in him. The big fella with a beautiful dime right there.
Towns with the steal. Fast break, here we go. And then Johnson with the dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense. You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Johnson outside. Beasley with a clean look. Offensive rebound. Passes to Johnson to the left side wing. There's Russell with the 3. Rebound by John Wall. Wizards trail by 13. Hangs in the air. And it's good on the way in. Wall's got 12 points in the game.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Right side Towns. 9 for 9, looking deadly accurate. Like guys he cannot miss.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Inside, and stolen by Russell. Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Brown outside. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. And it's Towns penetrating, and the dunk by Towns.
And no help on that one. Towns, long strides. It all the way to the rack. Way to go, big fella.
Brown the pass to Wagner. Over Towns. The kick out to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Washington needs to get a shot off here. Bertzinus, the pass to Wagner. A rebound by the Timberwolves. 1:09 left in the second quarter. There's the lob to Towns. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Beasley.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. 1:02 left in the first half. Here's Noel. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Towns down low. He's covered by Hachimura. And it's Towns missing.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Omari Spellman has come in for Karl Anthony Towns. 41 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Mahimi finishing it off.
And we continue to see Beal improve as a playmaker. Beautiful pass there.
Pass to Noel. Here's Layman. Six to shoot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Timberwolves shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Jake Layman at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 14 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And the athleticism on display. You got to enjoy watching Hachimura go for the powerful finish.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. And he makes both free throws. It'll count. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, what a start it was for Karl Anthony Towns. He had 23 points, 2 steals, and
well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
We've got Beasley. He's out there with Russell. And it's Towns in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Ryan Saunders. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I play, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Bryant has to Hachimura. Clock at 6. Back to Bryant. Left block shot on the way, and it's good off the glass.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
Back to Hernan Gomez. Russell with a wide open look. Here's Towns. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Wizards trail by 18. It's Beal at the elbow. Misses from close range.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Hachimura down low. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. One-on-one here. Beasley, the pass to Okogie. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Towns kicks to Russell. Back to Towns. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Seems to me as though he's lost his way a little bit in the second half. He'd been turnover free before the break. That's certainly not the case anymore.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed's checked in, and it's Johnson in for Juan Hernan Gomez. Brown, he's checked in for Washington. Ish Smith comes in for John Wall.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Hachimura, the pass to Bryant. Back to Hachimura. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Johnson. Here's Russell. Finished off the break. Russell's got 7.
You know, of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed. Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
The pass to Russell. Fires for 3. And that one is off. And the Wizards now going the other way. Beal against Russell. Here's Hachimura. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 4 assists in the game.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Here's Reed. There's Russell with the 3. It's hauled in by Brown.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
And the dunk by Hachimura.
And that play showcasing Hachimura's hops. He just pops up and slams that one home.
43 seconds left in the third. Here's Okogie. 8 points for him. Kicks it out to Johnson. Passes it to Okogie. To the paint. Here's Reed. There's Russell with the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 10.
He drilled 1 from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
Outside for Beal. Lets it go with the 3. Nice D from Russell. And now the Timberwolves on the break. The 11-footer. Beal with the block. And he gets it back. Got it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so it's Bonga who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. Trailing by 19. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Manning the backcourt, it's Smith and Beal. Travis Bertans out there with Mahinmi. And it's Bonga in at the three, the small forward.
Boy, and the intelligence of Smith. Really cool to see him get the defense to come into him when he's going up for a shot.
And the first one drops. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Towns finds Russell. Here's Layman over to the left wing. At the tip, and it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 25 points in the game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant. Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Now, here is Russell. To the middle. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And Towns drops them both. Wizards trail by 21. Wall wide open. No good with the triple. Towns at the elbow. Outside Russell. Beasley outside. 6 on the shot clock. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
And that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That's his first foul. Timberwolves leading by 21. Outside Russell. Launches a three.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
The drive by Smith, and the layup is good. Smith's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, I love watching Smith downhill, playing in attack mode. Even though he's one of the smallest guys on the floor, that doesn't keep him from getting inside.
They get the rebound. Towns kicks to Layman. Beasley, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Another miss by Minnesota.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Wall. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player. A guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Noel's checked in. And a change for the Wizards. Mo Wagner's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. And so Wall nails both of them. And the Timberwolves with possession here. 22 is their biggest lead. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Towns for 3. Bertans grabs the board. Wizards trail by 17. Smith the pass to Wagner. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Beasley finds Towns. Beasley against Smith, and Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Towns.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Out to Smith. to the right side. Here's Bunga. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his second personal.
First free throw is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. So he gets them both. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. It's an 18-point lead. Out left to the wing. Towns dishes to Johnson. Inside. The dive for the ball. 6 to shoot. And that one's good. Towns has got 6 points in the quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, you have to marvel at how well he picked apart that defense repeatedly. Found the right guy in the right spot at the right time.
There's 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Beyond the arc. No good that time. And Minnesota will come the other way. Outside, Towns. From deep. That one misses. On offense, here are the Wizards. It's an 18-point game. And Beal gets it to go.
I love when Beal slashes to the rim like this, using that athleticism and speed so well.
Beasley, the pass to Russell. Fires from deep. That shot misses. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers.